Hello everyone, I am Victoria and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about mostly relationship issues if you've noticed. If you are a new subscriber, welcome on board. I hope I provide value to you and help you enrich your life. And if you are a continued subscriber, then stay locked and let me know if there's anything that you feel I can improve on. Just let the cat in before she acts up. So she's still kind of yelling and I've fed her. I'm not sure what's up with that, but I'll check her after this video. It's not a long one. So today I'm talking about manipulators and some of the things that they're going to say to try and manipulate you. So you need to keep in mind that when someone's manipulating you, it's not really based on who you are as a person. They're going to say some personal things that will be hard to ignore. But you just need to understand that you shouldn't take it personally because the problem is them for the most part. They're the ones who have a need to manipulate you so that they can get what they want out of you. And one of the characteristics that makes you really easy to manipulate is if you are an addict of approval. Because someone can find that out really fast. And when they know that you really need approval to feel whole, they're going to dangle that as a carrot in front of you, as something, as a gift that you get when you do what they want. So it's important to know that it's a good idea to work on yourself if you want to avoid being manipulated. Try and find other ways to maybe validate your existence, other ways that don't involve third parties. Because when you do that, you'll more or less be independent on in how you live your life. You won't have to rely on them to get happiness, to feel like you're living a gratifying life. But if a manipulator finds out that that you need approval so that you can keep feeling wanted and loved, they're going to use that against you. And it's going to hurt you in the end. It's going to benefit them. So just try and avoid being manipulated. They're going to promise you or give you a taste of the approval that they can offer you. And then every time you step out of line, they will either threaten to withhold the approval or they will actually withhold it. Apologies for the break. It's kid wanted to drink water. So I was talking about things that manipulators will say and try to manipulate you and get you to change your stance, cross your boundaries, and just get what they want out of you. And one of these things is that they will tell you that you're so negative about everything. You're never happy. Why can't you just be a happier person? And this is going to kind of make you try and be happier and be better towards them so that they can keep using you and getting what they want to get out of you. It's something that I've experienced with narcissists, and I was told that I don't have real joy nowadays, like towards the end of the relationship. He kept saying that even when I laugh, it feels forced. Even when I try to smile, it looks fake. And it became like an everyday occurrence. And it wears on your nerves. So when you try everything and there's nothing left to try, you realize that they are the ones who are trying to play a game on you. So another thing that a manipulator is going to say is that it looks like you want to start a fight. And no one wants to be accused of that. Or they will say, you look like you like drama, or you've become so dramatic. And that you've become so dramatic one, I heard it from the narcissist, the resident narcissist I used to live with. He started trying to throw such jabs at me after I served him with the court orders to leave us alone or step up and raise the kids. He started saying, wow, you suddenly look like you like drama so much. And I was wondering how I'm being dramatic by asking him to step up or ship out. It just didn't make sense to me. But I realized that he was trying to manipulate me to make me softer and like make me try to avoid drama by all costs. And of course, trying to avoid this drama meant that I was going to agree with what he said without a fuss so that things will just be easier and better for him, not for me, and not for us. So, another thing that a manipulator is going to say is that wasn't my idea, it was yours. I didn't say that, you're the one who said it. I didn't want to do that, you're the one who wanted to do it. And this is just a way to blame you for things going wrong when they go wrong, and it was an idea of theirs. They're going to try and make you feel like you didn't understand what they meant, and that is another thing that a manipulator is going to try and tell you, that you misunderstood me, that's not what I meant. And this is just backtracking on something that they did or said to get the blame off their plate and get them free of responsibilities. And it's important at this point to make it clear to them that if you misunderstood them, it's because they gave you vague information or they weren't clear in the instructions. So don't fall for that trick. It's just going to it's another ruse to try and get your attention from the issue at hand, because this is something that they'll say when you're having an argument and you're trying to get them to own up to their actions. And another thing that manipulators will say is that they don't like drama. They will say this implying that you're the one who is starting drama and they don't want to be involved in it, although they have just set up the stage, like they've set everything to go in a way that's going to suit them perfectly. And the moment you step out of line and like try and give any objections to the matter, they're going to say that they don't like drama so that they don't have to face the issue, they don't have to talk about the problem, and they don't have to own up to their actions. Another thing that manipulators will say is that you're too sensitive. This is in response to you asking them to respect a boundary that you've set, like most of the time. They're going to push your limits, and then when you react and try to push back, they will tell you that you're too sensitive, you're imagining things, you're being paranoid, and other people will not respond or react the same way that you're reacting. And this is basically a trick to make you numb down your feelings and just be easier to manipulate for them. And it's honestly, it can be a pain in the neck. And the last thing that manipulators will say to you is to tell you that you're lying when you make a valid point in an argument. This is another thing that's trying to get your attention away from what's actually happening, so that you look into yourself and try to find out if you are actually the source of the problem. Or if they're experienced in manipulation, they're going to do this so seamlessly that you start doubting yourself. And it's, I think telling you that you're lying is a precursor to gaslighting in some way. And it's unfortunate that they can get away with it, because most people don't want to come across as liars, cheats, just terrible people. And when they tell you that you are being a liar, they make you get defensive. And of course, it's the idea behind the fact that if you're not guilty, then why should you be afraid? Why should you run if you haven't committed a crime? Something along those lines. So they're going to just make you drive the spotlight from themselves and shine it on you in a very negative way. So that's it for some of the things that manipulators will tell you to try and manipulate you to make you accept something that you didn't want to accept. It's unfortunate that many of them get away with this, because many of their culprits are actually good people who try their best to be good and to live according to society's standards and just not cause issues to anyone. If you've had a group, if you've had many of these things from someone in your circle, then maybe look out for other signs, because these are going to show you that they're trying to manipulate you. And once they do it once, then they do it a second time, they do it a third time, they keep getting confident, and they become better at manipulating you, essentially. So they learn what makes you tick over time, and then they use it to just beat you down and worsen your quality of life. So it's a good idea to check for these signs. Like if you see many of them in someone, then just start putting some distance between you and them, because if you don't, you're going to end up the loser, and not the loser because it was a competition, the loser because you're going to lose yourself as a person. You're going to start becoming this kind of doormat for them. You'll walk around them on eggshells because you don't know what might make them say one of these things to you, because it really hurts when you're told any of these things. But remember, like I said, you don't need to take it personally. If you have flaws, then it's a good idea to look into yourself and fix them. But if you get an instinct that tells you that this person is trying to do something negative, then they almost always are, and it's good to start limiting your interactions with them so that they go away and go try to manipulate someone else. Hopefully it will work. If they have NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, or they are just terrible people, of course, it's going to be accompanied by many other signs. So that's it for today's video. I hope I made it easier for you to find out if you have a narcissist in your close circles. And when you find out that you do, then stay away from them. Go better your life and don't be manipulated. I hope this helps, and enjoy your hopefully manipulation-free life. Till next time, goodbye. Stay safe, stay happy. Don't agree to be manipulated.